Hey guys, Teacher Peter here, and welcome to another sample lesson. Today we are going to look at some general English. We will explore an article and discuss some English expressions. This is just another example of a style of lesson that I can do with my students. So I hope you enjoy the sample lesson today. Bye for now. We will look at an article with some expressions, some common expressions, to add some more vocabulary and some common expressions in your toolbox. Because we can practice lots of IELTS questions, but we also want to learn more vocabulary and add more common conversational English to your knowledge, which will help to improve your score.
Yes, I think it is as important as practicing IELTS speaking.
Exactly.
Just speaking.
Yeah, exactly. So I like to mix the lessons. Some lessons we'll do some practice, and some lessons we will do like today, and just look at some different conversational expressions and how they are used. So let's.
Sure.
I've chosen an article we can have a look at today. So this one is expressions that comes from sports. Get on the ball with these soccer expressions. So your vocabulary knowledge and understanding is good. What I do with less advanced students, maybe more intermediate students, is I focus on each of these words and we discuss what they mean. And I discuss how we use the words. So with you, because your knowledge and understanding of vocabulary is generally good, what we can do today is maybe let's just practice putting each word into a sentence.
Okay, of course.
So the first word is
attention.
Attention. So let's put that word into a sentence.
Okay. Well, I'll use my experience. My photography, my photos are getting more and more attentions after being reported by the TV.
Excellent.
By media, yeah.
By the media. Excellent. Good. Great example. Okay, and the next word?
React.
React. Yeah. So let's put that word. Do you know what this word means?
Yes.
So let's think about the word react, and let's put that word into a sentence.
Well, when I am facing the camera, I can hardly react with some critical questions.
You can't. You find it difficult to react.
Yes. Sometimes you didn't prepare, or maybe you just couldn't think about this question will be asked, and then you're on streaming on the live stream, and you got to say something.
So it's difficult to react.
That's difficult to react, but you have to try to react.
Exactly. Good. Good.
Just like IELTS exams, even if the topic you're not real familiar with a certain topic, you still have to react to the questions.
Exactly. Good. Perfect understanding. Excellent. Good. Okay, and the next word?
Whistle.
So this word can actually be a noun and a verb.
Oh, okay.
So what is whistle? So as a noun, yes.
It's a sound which I couldn't do. I practiced when I was young, when I was a boy, when I was a little boy, but I couldn't make it success. Couldn't make it succeed. Yeah.
You can't whistle. So that's whistle as a verb. What about whistle as a noun?
Is it like making the sound?
Whistle as a noun is a device. Let me show you a picture.
Okay. Is it like the in a football match?
Exactly.
The judge, is it called a judge or the referee?
Referee. The
The
referee.
Will whistle the whistle.
Will use the whistle.
Will use the whistle. Yeah.
Yeah.
When there's a foul.
Exactly. Yes, when there's a foul. So like the picture that I'm showing.
Yeah.
That's a whistle. Okay. So yeah, whistle. The word whistle can be a verb, something that we do, and it can also be a noun. It can be a thing.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay, and the next word, you already used that word. Referee. So let's put that word in a sentence.
So where should I stress it? Referee or referee?
Referee. So the referee. The emphasis is on the E. Referee.
Oh, okay. The EE sound.
The E sound is the stress.
Okay.
Referee.
So I have to stress the last part of the word.
Yeah, the referee.
Okay.
The referee. Referee. So let's put that one into a sentence quickly.
Okay.
Kenneth?
Well, to be a referee, you have to be 100% fair to each to be everyone.
Good. Yeah, you should be fair to both sides.
Yes, but there are lots of conflict in football matches. When a referee used the whistle and tell a team a player in a team that he has make a foul and he is going to get a yellow card. Yep. And then there might be some conflict between the referee and the football player.
Yeah, some disagreement or some argument.
Sometimes conflict, sometimes physical conflict.
Yes. Conflict, disagreement, argument, dispute. These are all similar words.
Okay.
Synonyms: conflict, disagreement, argument, or dispute.
Dispute is quite a new word for me. So it also means, is it a noun?
It can be a noun. There is a dispute, so it can be a noun, or it can be a verb. I dispute that decision. I can dispute something, so that is as a verb, or we are having a dispute. We are having an argument. So the word dispute can be used as verb and noun also.
Okay, all right.
And that's a slightly more advanced word. Dispute. Okay, good one. That's why it's also good to discuss this vocabulary, because we can also discuss some different variations of these words.
Yes. And you may expand the topic with the vocabulary.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's actually good to go through the vocabulary.
Yeah, sure.
Even if you understand the basic meaning, it's good to have this discussion and let me explain the word in some more detail.
And I'll get some more synonyms or maybe antonyms after knowing the words.
Yes,
exactly. Discussion.
Yeah. So the next one.
Well, this is quite new for me. Goalpost.
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 Goalpost. Yeah. So the goalpost is what is the goal?
A goal in a football match. It is the place it is an object that you get scored if your balls if the football is kicked in.
Exactly. Yeah.
What about goal?
So the goal post is the a post is a pole. So we are discussing goals.
Yes.
So like this picture on the screen. So this is the goal.
Okay.
And the goal post
so
is
the goal means the area.
The area is the goal.
And goal post means the object.
Is the pole. Yes, okay. The post.
What about basketball? Do you call it a goal post?
No, that's just the net. But in rugby we do. Or American football, they would talk about goalposts. So this is the place that you must kick the ball. These are the goalposts.
Okay.
And also rugby. Rugby is getting more popular in Japan, I believe, these days. And
yes, it's actually quite popular. Like the what's that? That's another sport that is really popular in Japan. Baseball.
Baseball.
Yes.
Baseball. So this is goalposts in rugby also.
Okay.
So these are the posts. So it can refer to the goal place for soccer or American football or rugby, all referring to the place that you want to, the post that you must kick the ball in between.
So for basketball, you simply say it is a net.
Yeah, I think they just refer to the net.
And what about badminton and tennis? There is something in the middle, so it is also called a net.
Yes, the net. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the goal is used for games with football generally. So games like soccer or rugby, which has a ball that you must kick, or American football, which also has a ball that you must kick or throw. Basketball, I don't think they refer to the goalpost. It's just the net. Okay, and the last word is quite simple. Yeah, score. Yeah, so let's use this word in a sentence.
Well, I hope I could score an 8 in the IELTS exam in the future.
Yes,
good. In the coming future.
Yeah, and we're getting there. We're getting there. We're improving. Your expressions and vocabulary are improving. That's why it's useful to do lessons like this, as well as practice IELTS questions. So let's have a look at the article, Kenneth. Let's have a look at. So let's read the first 2 paragraphs, and then we'll discuss the expressions.
Sure. Football, or soccer, as it is called in some countries, is the world's most popular sport, with about 4 billion fans around the world. So, it's not surprised there are many expressions related to soccer. Get the ball rolling. Keep the ball rolling. At the beginning of a soccer game, one player rolls the ball to another. So the expression, get the ball rolling, means to start an activity. And to keep the ball rolling is to cause an activity to continue. For example, the company got the ball rolling by borrowing money, and they kept it rolling by selling products.
Perfect. Good. Yeah. So get the ball rolling means to begin something.
Well, I think there's a similar one I've heard from a movie. It's like keep the show going.
So get the show on the road is let's get the show on the road.
Oh.
Or or the show must go on.
Yes.
Is the other one. So the first one is get the ball rolling. That means to begin something. So for example, we have a new project.
Okay.
And we need to begin this new project. So we could say, let's get the ball rolling with this project. That means let's begin working on this project. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's begin.
Okay.
And the show business, the Hollywood one that you mentioned, is get the show on the road, which means the same thing, to begin. Let's get the show on the road. This comes from the past when the circus or different performances traveled from city to towns and performed in different places. So when we're going to begin our giving our performance, we say, let's get the show on the road, because we will be.
Let's move on, is it?
Yeah, we will begin to move our show now.
I see.
From one city to another town to another. So it means the same as get the ball rolling. Let's get the show on the road.
I see. Peter, I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know how. What's the name of the performance that that includes animals? They are playing tricks, and there will be a trainer. And the animals will do some special tricks.
Yeah, and they have a big.
Kind of? Yeah.
And they have a big tent.
Yeah, that's like a carnival, but I'm not sure the English name for that kind of performance.
A circus.
A circus. Yes, this is what I'm mentioning.
Yes. So they usually had a big tent like this. So this is actually where the expression "get the show on the road" comes from, because they might perform the show in one town for 3 days or 4 days, and then they pack everything. They pack the tent and move everything to the next town. So that's why they say, let's get the show on the road. Let's begin to move our show from one place to the next place. And now we use this expression to mean lots of things. Let's begin the project. Let's get the show on the road. Also they have people who perform acts and, as you mentioned, animals, but it's become a little less popular to use animals.
Yes, because people nowadays concerns about animal rights.
Yeah, animal welfare. Welfare, or cruelty. Because when the show is moving, the animals are kept in cages, very small places, and it's not very nice conditions for the animals. So now circuses usually don't have so many animals. In the past, they had lions and tigers and all sorts of things. Now they usually focus more on people.
Have you ever watched a circus before? Circus performance?
Yes, I have been to a circus.
Wow.
Yeah, a circus came to my town a few times when I was young. The most famous one still today is the Moscow Circus, I think.
I've heard that it's quite famous, but I'm not sure if it is still performing these days?
Yeah, I haven't heard it. Circuses are less popular these days because
Yeah.
now there's movies and internet and Netflix, and so this was how people were entertained a long time ago.
Yeah.
This was the most common sort of entertainment. It was a big event. There's the tent. The tent was called the Big Top.
Big top.
The Big
Okay.
Top. That's where the performance was held.
Well, I've actually watched a show in casino in Macau. It didn't include any animals, but it is a mixed performance, including dancing, including a mime show, the one without any speaking, and also it includes the motorbike
Okay,
tricks
yeah.
performance, and so actually it is a mixed one. Is it called Circus?
No, circus is usually the one that travels
Oh, but
from
they
with
also put on some swings in a very high place, and they also did
like
some
this.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. So this one is the caption says that this is a circus. So this one actually is a circus.
Or should I just call it a show?
Yeah, it can be a show.
A multi-performance show?
Multi-performance and acrobatic show.
Is
Acrobatics.
it something related to sports?
Yeah,
Acrobatic?
acrobatics is when you. Sorry, I didn't put that one. So an acrobatic performance. Acrobatics is when you do amazing things, jumping high into the air and riding
Oh.
motorbikes. That is called
Yeah.
acrobatics. Yeah.
That's the one I've watched.
So it might, because it doesn't have a tent and it probably doesn't travel from town to town.
Yeah.
It might not be called a circus. It might be more an acrobatic performance. So acrobatic is the name for that activity, and it's a performance. So we might just call that an acrobatic performance.
Okay.
Okay. Good questions. Excellent questions, Kenneth. Good. And so get the ball rolling and keep the ball rolling is to continue something. So
right.
we've talked about getting the ball rolling or getting the show on the road. So keep the ball rolling means once we have, again, I'll use the example of a project. This project, we've had some problems and we are not moving forward with the project at the moment. We need to keep the ball rolling. We need to keep moving forward.
Okay.
So this expression, keep the ball rolling, means we need to keep making progress, keep moving forward, keep the ball rolling. So it means to keep making progress or keep moving forward. Keep the ball rolling. Or the show example would be keep the show on the road.
Okay.
So again, if you're let's keep the show on the road, guys. We're having problems here. We've had some problems.
The show must go on. Is there?
Or the show must go on is slightly different. Keep the show on the road means let's continue. Let's keep making progress. The show must go on is slightly different. The show must go on means that when something bad happens,
Okay.
when something really bad happens, maybe a disaster or COVID, the current COVID situation.
Yeah.
We say we must continue. We can't stop. Life must continue. We must continue our life. That is the expression, the show must go on.
Okay.
When something bad happens, we must continue. So if there's something really sad has happened in your life, maybe someone that you love has died, or something terrible happened, you might say, it was really bad, but the show must go on.
Okay.
I
get the difference.
Yeah, we must continue with our life. We can't stop our life. We must be positive, and this is sort of a positive expression to say, okay, yes, that was really bad, but let's be positive. The show must continue. The show must go on.
So it's like you're cheering the others up.
It's an expression to sort of cheer people up and say, yeah, this is really bad. It wasn't nice, but the show must go on. We must continue.
Okay.
So that's a little different to keeping the show on the road. Keep the show on the road means let's keep moving forwards. We're having some difficulty or having some problems, but we want to keep moving forward. Keep the show on the road, or keep the ball rolling. Keep things moving forward. Good. Actually, we're covering a lot of expressions.
Yeah.
And we've already gone for 30 minutes today. So maybe that's enough for today, Kenneth.
Yeah, sure.
On the ball.
Maybe we could continue with doing the expressions tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah, that's fine. So tomorrow maybe we'll continue because there's a few more good expressions here and lots to talk about. So yes, I agree. We will continue because we've discussed quite a lot of, and I don't want to introduce too many expressions in one lesson because it's difficult for you for all of that information to stay in your head if I give you lots and lots and lots of expressions in one. And we've actually discussed quite a lot with the vocabulary and also the expressions tonight.
One more question.
Sure.
If you have food, if you have finished having some food, you digest the food, and then your body will absorb the nutrients.
The nutrients.
The nutrients. What about if you get some knowledge? It is not called digesting knowledge, right? So
you can't digest information.
Oh, really? Also,
yes.
you use digest as well for information.
Yes.
Okay.
We can. That word has now moved. So there was a magazine. I don't know if it still exists, called Reader's Digest.
Okay.
So we can use the word digest to mean information.
Is there a proper word for that?
Absorbing information.
Okay. Okay. So absorbing is also a good word to use for
absorb. Yep.
Okay. Okay. I thought they
or
are used
just
for the food.
so I'm understanding, I'm absorbing that
Yeah.
information, um, I'm remembering is the
Okay.
the most simple word.
So just now you said you don't want to introduce too many new expressions at a time because we need to take times understanding the information.
You need to take time to digest the information.
Okay, so I
Is
could even use digest or
Yep.
absorb
Or
to
absorb,
replace
or
understand.
remember,
Okay.
or recall. Um,
Ah, okay, yeah, yeah, recall.
so you need to take time to digest the things that we have talked about today,
Yeah.
or take some time to absorb what we have talked about. Or the most simple is just remember what we
Okay.
have talked about. Um, so in future, in when you're having discussion, then you can recall um,
Ring a
these
bell.
these expressions will ring a bell. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Very good. So that was good. We covered quite a lot tonight. So we will continue actually this article tomorrow because there were a few more good expressions to discuss.
Sure.
And we're covering lots of information. So that was a good one tonight, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Okay?
Okay, see you tomorrow, and I am really terribly sorry about being late today.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. I understand. I know people are busy and things happen, so don't worry about it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. See you tomorrow.
Okay,
Bye
see you
for now.
tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Thanks for watching. As you can see, there are lots of interesting expressions in the English language, and I can help you to understand what these expressions mean and how you can use them in daily conversation. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to my channel and also visit the website, book some lessons. I would be happy to help you on your English learning journey. Bye for now.